Good evening. It's 5:30, Monday, August 6, 2012. Would like to call the Guthrie Historic Preservation Commission to order for this date. Could we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Robbins,
Here.
Commissioner Kyle, Commissioner Bowers,
Here.
Commissioner Bothroyd,
Here.
Chairman Wood, you have a quorum.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the consent agenda, item 2, it would be the approval of minutes of July 16th, 2012. Have the commissioners had a chance to, and everybody, look over the minutes to approve them?
Yes.
I would say that there is one correction that I think that we need to make. In the second line, Commissioner will require exterior to be brick, red, or tan color. I don't believe that we had approved a tan color.
I put the tan in there because we couldn't get a definitive answer from him that he would go with the brick color.
Okay.
He kept saying he would see if that was available. He said, I'll see.
And he has not
And
come back to that. I think then we probably just need to leave it as red then.
Okay.
And
Make him reapply?
make him reapply if he can't do that, because I feel that we need to.
I'll make that correction.
Okay, thank you very much. Other than that, do you have any other comments or repairs or fixes to that? I would entertain someone make a motion for approval of the minutes as corrected.
I will make that motion.
Thank you. Do we have a second? And we have a second. May we have a vote, please, sir?
Commissioner Bothroyd,
Yes.
Bowers,
Yes.
Robbins,
Yes.
Wood.
Yes.
The minutes from the July 16th will be corrected and entered as with that correction.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to item 3, consideration of action of CA 080612-1 for signage requested by Larry and Linda Wilcox at 110 West Harrison Avenue. Let's see, the background is the applicant wishes to display new window signage, sandwich board sign, and mailbox on the front of 110 West Harrison Avenue. It is historically the old Acton building. A photo has been submitted for our review. Anything from staff?
No?
Okay.
The only thing I'd have, Mr. Chairman, is unless somebody would like to pull something out for special discussion or consideration, we could just consider all of the items. It's window signage, which includes the door.
Yes.
It's a sandwich board sign, and it's the mailbox.
We can consider that as one.
And the hanging, and the hangings.
And hangings.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we will treat this as one item.
Yeah.
And vote once.
Unless you
for
want to pull something for special.
that. I will, once we go through
Modifications.
discussions, we'll see how that all applies. I think that,
There's
After look-
one of these photographs has got all of it, I think, in there.
There's also on the back, sliding doors, just so somebody through the alley.
Yeah, that's that little one.
on the red back, the alley door, that sign back there. I was wondering what that was. I thought that's what that was. Or actually, I think that's the window signage right there that we're
Would you
showing.
like for me to go through them?
If we have any questions from commissioners, how do we feel? I've got pictures here. We're all just kind of going through and looking at it at the moment. Thank you. Yes.
Ma'am, if you would step up to the microphone, that would be best
Yes,
if they have
thank you.
questions.
If we have questions, that would be a great idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The color chips came out pretty close,
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I did.
you know,
Okay.
so.
And then the only other thing was that, and I didn't know if I had to show this, but we did have an open sign that we were going to hang there, just on one of the big windows, where it says like the furniture painted ponies, just something hanging from there.
Okay. The open sign, I feel, as that's been gone over before, as long as it's not animated,
It doesn't flash or
Yes.
nothing, it just says
It
open.
says
and
open.
that's
I think that that's been gone on with the city, and that's what is acceptable for everything, as long as it's
it.
not.
I just didn't put it in there, and so I thought, well, I better bring it.
Ah, thank you.
If no one objects to it, Mr. Chairman, I'll just include the open sign in the appropriateness certificate.
That'll be fine, as long as everybody else has. How do we feel? Was any questions, any comments on our colors?
I wonder where the red is. We have the red, but I don't know, it's,
The red in the picture here, it shows on the color chip, where in
It's
your
from
logo.
the historical.
but in the design
in
of
the
the
design.
sign where is
Oh,
red.
it's the Cocapellis,
Oh, the little Cocapellis, okay.
the little men.
Okay,
In front of the picture.
Okay.
Yeah, it shows,
shows them green. in
yeah,
the
it
photo.
shows them green, but we couldn't find a green that was close enough, and so we went with the red color instead.
Okay, good.
Because there's green on the outside of the building, so.
And the hanging sign will be,
The hanging sign is metal. It's going to be, I don't know if you've ever heard of M&E Metalworks, west of Crescent. And it's going to be made out of metal and has white background and then with the black and the cutouts and stuff.
okay. And it will hang,
It's going to hang on the awning where the old, I think there used to be an old Acton sign that hung there.
For the next one.
And so it hangs where, like, if you're walking either way, you can see it from both sides.
Okay.
And that's also why we put the pictures, the windows slant like this as you go in. And so we put our decal, whatever, on both sides, so if you're coming from one way or the other.
The hanging sign, it will hang, I believe the minimum is an 8 foot above the walkway. It'll hang above 8 foot over the walkway. Okay.
So it looks like it's a 42 by 48 sign. That's a big sign,
pretty
so
large.
it will need to be high enough.
Yes, as long as it's over 8 foot, that is the main thing that we have to do, and it
There-
falls within.
There are hooks there that
Mhm.
that it hangs from,
Okay.
and just a little chain or eye hook.
And the 48 inches and 42 fall within the hanging sign parameters of the code. Any other questions or comments from commissioners on this?
Okay, the way I'm seeing it, you have 5 signs that we're dealing with. Is that correct?
Two.
I didn't know if we had to do the little, just the address on the mailbox, but I included that.
I would see, actually, including the back window 4,
Okay.
or signage on the back, on the alley side would consider be 4 signs, but that's more of informational, it looks like, on the back than it is signage, just to give an idea of where it is. Really, I guess we're looking at 3 signs on the front
You
window.
know, you might have to check the verse in the book, but I think it says that each business and each building shall be allowed one primary sign,
Mhm.
and then additional window and door signage also as needed.
Yes.
Right. In your book, it's on page SG10.
So all the windows signage, the hours on the door, it's just secondary signage to the primary sign, which would probably be the hanging sign.
Sign.
The sidewalk sign would be,
Yes.
On the door is the only one that tells the hours.
Item
One
B.
primary sign. Yes, item B. 5, item B. Each commercial building is limited to one primary business sign per elevation. In addition, each business may also place secondary signage directly lettered on a window, door, or storefront glass. So, it depends on how we look at this. If we say the hanging sign is the primary sign, then we have secondary signage on the front window door glass, or the window glass. And I can understand why, if in being the type of storefront and the glass as it is, being a large building, it would be I feel it gives symmetry to have probably the signage on both windows as opposed to just trying to keep it to one.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
it just wouldn't look right, and plus,
Yeah.
like I was saying, if you're walking from the east, the east, it'd be on one, because they angle like that, it's not like so if you're walking either direction, you'd see it on one or the other window. It just kind of makes it balanced.
So I feel it still falls within our guidelines.
It doesn't seem, that it's in violation of the coverage requirement.
No, and that's, looking at
It's all
that, it
pretty
also
small
looks,
stuff, yeah.
it all within the third of the window scoop.
And plus the hanging sign, we also thought that from the intersection perhaps it could be.
Seen,
Seen
sure. If there are no more,
The only question I have is, on your sandwich board, it appears to be, I don't know where your photo came from, but is that permanently adhered to the street there? It
No,
just- It
no,
looks
no,
like
no.
it's just a post and a flange.
Well, yeah, that's just what I gave him. It stands on like a.
A platform?
Like a little deal in it, it will whirl, or,
It really, it has a little.
but I mean, it has a base to it. Is that what you're asking?
Well, it's movable, right? I mean,
Yes,
it's
yes.
not
We would
adhered.
just put it out when we were open, and then take it in at night and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't attach to the cement
Okay.
sidewalk. Does that answer? the
Yes.
question?
yes,
Okay.
I think that.
The reference to that, again, would be on SG 7, item F, in terms of sandwich board signs.
Yes. Folding sandwich boards
A
are overall
folding
size.
sandwich board sign.
There you go.
Overall sign size is limited to 34 by 48 inches tall, including supporting legs. Maximum base spread is 36 inches. Sign construction must be sturdy and heavy enough to withstand wind loads. Sandwich board signs are limited to one per building.
Well, if this was one, I don't know how many of you know, that we bought out the Cocopelli Trails inventory. And we just liked that name, and we wanted to change it a little, so we came up with Cocopelli Village. And so this was a sign that she had used that we are just changing,
Revamping a little, okay?
recycling.
And it falls within the sign size
Size.
guidelines. So, and with all the same colors, with all the same logos,
The colors will be just black and white.
black and white,
Uh-huh.
okay. If there are no more questions, any other questions involved here? Do I see? Would I entertain a motion to approve all the signage as submitted?
I'll motion.
We have a motion, may we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, may we have a vote, please, sir?
Robbins,
Yes.
Bowers,
Yes.
Bothroyd,
Yes.
Wood.
Yes.
The application is approved as submitted,
Can I add one thing? Yippee!
Yippee.
which includes your little open sign there.
Yes,
Pardon me?
but-
That'll-
And it does include this?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so everything's good, and I can call them, and we're,
Get going.
Yes, you can.
There you go.
Now the work begins.
Yes, now it gets going.
5 months of work already.
Okay.
Okay, so that is
Yeah, you
there
can
on
go if you want.
the north end of the
Thanks.
Victor, isn't it?
Oh, I got two. Thank you. Could I get, how do we do this? Moving on to item 4, consideration of action of CA 080612-2 for signage requested by S.E. Higgins at 115 South First Street. The background is the applicant wishes to display new window signage at 115 South First Street. Photos have been submitted for our review. Comments from staff?
I think the actual sign that's shown here, and we took that digital with the color option, so We were just trying to show you what's there now. Actually, I think what the owner is requesting is this center portion, the gray shaded area on the window, and then across the top, copy print fax. That's about all I know about this app. Are you with the copy shop? No? Okay.
I was going to ask a question.
Oh,
Certainly.
If you want me to ask it, I I'm
Uh,
not sure if I need to come before the board. I just want to ask a question.
Okay.
If I need to prepare-
Shoot.
prepare something.
Uh,
I'm going to receive, I'm going to.
If you could come to the
Yes,
microphone.
please come up to the microphone.
I am Debbie Prather, and I have the stables, and our sign is long past due, being repainted. So the sign that is in front of our building now, we simply want to repair and repaint that sign, but we do want to change one color to the outlining color from green to black. And I don't know if I need to resubmit anything to do that.
Repair and putting back, I believe that would go in front of the city. It'd let you, and then you would be able to decide unless it was, yes, you would take it to Renee or to Jim, and they will at the city office. And
They can
then
approve that from me?
they can do that unless
I
there's
did-
something, a major change that then it looks like something is major going to change, then it might be asked to,
No, I'll be here next month for that.
yeah.
No, I did read through everything on the internet and thought that I would fall under category one through the city to just get approval for that.
Right. You just need to come to the window and show us where you're going to put the thing. We don't need to come through the commission board for that
And I
color.
won't keep any more of your time, but next month I'm going to come submit a bid or whatever I need to do for a mural on the outside wall.
Great.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
and some trees. Trees.
Okay. Back
Okay,
to item.
we don't have information for you, unfortunately, on size. Is that correct, Jim?
Correct. Yeah, this is all I got.
Yeah.
I think that, yes, it is vague. I would really like to be able to ask Ms. Higgins, I believe that's who,
Yeah.
Ms. Higgins, some questions on this. I believe we probably ought to entertain a motion to table this until next month, and when they can be here to answer questions on size, colors, places, and all of that. So,
We'll call and tell her that she needs to either be here or her contractor that's going to do the signage to be here.
yes, so we can.
Or sizes or what's going and, something.
So,
Is
I
this
would-
what is presently on there,
Yeah.
the picture? Okay. And they're wanting to do something a little larger, more explanation.
well, they've never come before the board to get any of this approved.
Oh,
So if they're finally getting, because this is not really approved by anybody.
Okay, so they're
Um,
already operating with this current signage?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been there for a while, so I think they're wanting to get it, become in compliance now.
Okay.
Could I entertain someone to make a motion to table this until next month?
I will make that motion.
We have a motion to table?
Second.
And a second. May we have a roll call, please? Or vote, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Bowers,
yes.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Commissioner Bothroyd,
Yes.
Chairman Wood.
Yes.
Okay, this application will be tabled until the regular September meeting. And we will notify the applicant that someone needs to be present to answer specific questions, and we'll go ahead and get some better photographs of what's up there now.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you. Moving on to item 5, any new business? No new business. Reports, comments from staff?
The next meeting will be not on our regular first Monday because
Okay.
of Labor Day, so we'll be meeting on the following Monday,
Ah.
which is September 10th.
Very good. Anything, everything else is good. Any comments from commissioners? No comments. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
A motion.
So moved.